We are back in the shop. I've been out here this morning, you know, messing with a few things, doing a few things. And then I thought about it and I was like, I haven't showed any of this. So I went ahead and I got where we left off last time. We got the A-pillar on the other side. I got the A-pillar on this side. And I went ahead and kind of put in the windshield frame. So I started peeling back the old roof. I gotta get that stuff off. Obviously, this is what we're gonna replace, but I got it in its general location. I think this is where it's gonna live, but I gotta wait until I get the roof skin. The roof skin and quarters still haven't showed up, so we're waiting on that. So once that shows up, I can lay the roof skin on here and kind of roll this up and down and see where this needs to be, and then I can start building this stuff. Obviously, this is the side we cut out last time. I went ahead and self-tapered this stuff into place. Seems to be pretty good. I got all this stripped off of this side for the quarter. I gotta go back and grind it and do that. So what I'm doing now, I'm starting to build the rear drip rail sections. And there's that piece. So what I'll do, I'll just come in here and cut along there, weld that in, weld it down there, and bam, there's that, grind it smooth, and then we'll sprinkle some paint on there. That'll be good. So we're gonna replace this side. There's a little section right here, right there, and then we're gonna do down there. I know a lot of people are gonna say, why didn't you just replace this piece? I know I've replaced a lot of metal, but I wanna retain some of the metal that is kind of original to the car. And then we're gonna come in, we'll do this and this. We'll see how far we get. More than likely, I'm pretty sure it's only gonna be this top section and then part of that bottom section over there, and we'll just go from there. Oh, and we're still waiting on the firewall and the trunk lid. I mean, it's today's world. We're waiting on a few things. Oh, and I've been cleaning some on the shop. Can you tell? Probably not. But working on the loft up there for the kids, so I can have my garage part downstairs and stuff, but we'll get to that later. Maybe I'll talk about it and get some ideas from some people. So we'll rebuild this top section right here, and then once this is in, we'll build the bottom piece. Process of elimination. Oh yeah, that fits pretty good. That fits pretty good. So I'll shave this down a little bit. Then probably shave the whole top a little bit. Well, actually, I'll shave it off the back side of here so we can get that rolled lip. We'll get that. Actually, I'll mark that now. Mark that where it needs to be. There, all the way there. And we'll mark that, get it shaved down. And then we'll start tack welding it in. I have a feeling by the time this is all done, we're gonna replace this whole bottom piece, but it is what it is. All right, so I think I got all this fitting how I want it to fit. We'll throw a couple tacks on it, make sure everything's good, and then we'll go from there. Alright, now I'm going to go through, weld the whole thing out, grind it out, and we'll move on to the other pieces. Okay, so here's a little aerial view. We got that piece in there. I think it looks pretty good. I really didn't worry too much about up here because I don't know where the new quarter panel is gonna tie in, so I didn't want to get too crazy with it here, so I just stopped right there. And now we'll start working our way that way a little bit. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to make that whole piece. I'm almost positive. So maybe we should make that side first. Let's make that side first, and then that way if we gotta make that middle piece, we can just make it one whole piece and not like 4 separate sections, because we're gonna keep going. Because we know we got it there, we know we got it there, and it might be good there, I don't know. So we'll go with trying to make it there and see what happens. Just like everything else, a little too, we're gonna save this, a little extra from that one. A little too much is better than not enough. The way I measured this out was it is 5/8 of an inch on the bottom lip, and then I broke it on the back side of my line that I marked, and then it's up 7/8 of an inch, and that's where that dip and stuff is. Because it actually, where it goes down, where it has a dip and comes up, it widens a little bit, and when it comes back up, it narrows back off. So I made it 7/8 on the top, and I shaved down where it went back down to 5/8. A lot easier. And whenever you use the shrinker stretcher and stuff, it's gonna get a little wider in some spots and narrower, and it's just, you know, just one of them things. Just one of them things, you gotta figure it out. So, we'll go ahead and mark this 5/8. Then we'll mark up 7/8. Come down here, 5/8. And then we'll marker 7/8. We'll take my level that I use as a straight edge, and we'll mark the 5/8, because that's going to be our line for the break. And for the 7/8, we'll cut on the top side of the line and give us a little extra material. You can always take it away. It's harder to add it back. Nice. So when I bend this, I'm gonna favor this side of the line. That, like I said, 5/8, 7/8. We're gonna take a little from the 7/8 side. It's okay. That worked. So what I like to do here, I'm gonna try to find kind of like the, I feel like, am I yelling at you? Sorry. What I like to do is kind of like, this is basically gonna be where I want to start the top of this. Man, we're gonna go right into the middle of that probably. And then we're gonna do that, and where I feel like the curving should not necessarily start, but where it should kind of start. Put it there, and then where I have a rough idea where it's gonna land, and then start to its kick up to go into this spot. Because like I said, this comes down, curves, and it kicks up to match the contour of that glass and stuff. So that's, I'm gonna leave this area straight to kind of go to here, and then I'm gonna start my curving in here. Little at a time, because that thing will overbend and get away from you in a heartbeat. You have a shrinker and a stretcher. When you push this down, it grabs the metal and pulls it together. Kind of like me putting on my pants in the morning, you know, trying to get her all buttoned up. But hey, get that image out of your head. So we're gonna slowly start working it, and then we'll go back over there 20 times, and we'll see where the hard bend areas need to be. So make sure you're on your 5/8 side or whatever, however you're doing it. We're shrinking her on the 5/8. Look how much that already bent it. So, go back over there, and we'll see where we're at. See, I already kind of like this, so I need to start working it further back here. So, I'll put another mark, and I'll still use our end, and we're gonna bend it some there. You don't want it, I'm telling you, it'll get away from you. Oh yeah, we're getting there. Like I was saying, it'll get away from you. Because when you bend it here, this is going that way. Even though you're bringing it together here, this is kind of where your bend's happening, if that makes any kind of sense whatsoever. That's the way I envision doing this. So, we're getting there. I think I'm gonna work a little bit here, because I kind of like not looking back. Right here. See, that's starting to look pretty good. So now, we got this where we like it. I can work with that. I'm gonna have to trim it a little bit here, but that's fine. That's why we got extra. Now I moved this down, flatten this out where it's gonna sit, and then I put this here to start that arch that way. So we know we're gonna have to start stretching it here to start bringing that down to lay it over. A lot of people got like fancy stands and stuff for the bottom of these. I don't. I just drilled some holes in the table. I do them hand tight. Slide it to the edge, line it up, put them in. I should probably drill holes in that side and like have them bolted on both sides. You know, that would be a smarter thing to do. But never claim to be smart. Now, this is where we need to start breaking it over that way. We'll take this, just a little bit. See, it don't take much. It's all it needs to just break her over. All right, see how we did. I feel like we nailed it. This top can be kicked out a little bit. All right, after 20 trips, there it is. Now we'll go in here. Actually, I need to mark where that's me. Y'all got a Sharpie I can borrow? I'm gonna trim this. We're gonna call it to there. That is gonna go to there. Good. Ew. I'm gonna go a little more. And might as well replace from there to there when we get done. I mean, we're already here. It'll look better. I'm gonna cut this out. So we got her where she fits pretty good. And now, there we go. I was about to say, I was like, oh no. Yeah, it fits pretty good. We'll start tacking it in place, start working it, see what we can do. We got it all ground down, looking good. I noticed this little spot kicked in a little bit, so we went ahead and said, we're not gonna do that spot. So whenever we make this middle piece, we're gonna cut it here, and then we'll tie it in and we'll go all the way down. So now, grab a measurement of this, and we're gonna repeat the process and replace all of it, yep. So we're looking at roughly, oh, we're gonna go back to there. Call it 20 inches. Okay. That side, I like it. I like it a lot. I have a marker. Never claim to be smart, guys. Never claim to be smart. Well, there it is. That's as good as it's gonna get for this car. I feel like I went a little further than I should have, but it's fine. I haven't decided if I'm gonna make a lip for this piece. I do know I am gonna fix these two corners. I say fix. I'm gonna reattach some stuff somehow. Hopefully I'll have the quarter panel. That'd be great. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna pop this piece off over here, get it welded out, get it cleaned up and good to go. And then if we got enough time, I think I'm gonna go ahead and try to pop out this A pillar or this B pillar over here and see what we can do from there. But for now, I'm calling this done. Go ahead and get this pulled off of here. Ignore that. So here's that piece, and I forgot, I gotta weld this little guy in here. Not a big deal. Get it tacked up, run over there and make sure it fits. Well, actually I ain't running nowhere, you know what I'm saying? But, get that tacked on there, go back, check its fitment real quick, and then weld it out. Well, that'll work. You can start welding. Alright, there we go. We got her all welded up. Get all ground down and smoothed out and better looking than what was on there. Even though what was on there was completely rusted out and no longer existed. And before anybody says anything about, I can't believe we just welded the whole thing out. Guys, It's fine. It's not gonna warp. And it's not an outer panel where I got a body worker or nothing. It's fine. Fine! It all still fits. Looks good. That'll work. Weld it up. So now, I need a roof skin and a quarter. Because process of elimination here, sort of. I don't want to start building this until I can have the quarter on it and I can stick the other piece. Because I'm not going to build this back exactly how it was. I'm going to build it how Chase wants to build it. That's what I'm going to do. Because we're not restoring this car. We're saving this car. There's a difference there. So, I would like to have the quarter and stuff on here. That way I can rebuild this inner structure how I want it built. And then I got to finish stripping this off, and then we can start building this. Because I'm going to replace this all the way back up into here somewhere. As far as I need to go is what I'm going to do. Alright? So now, I guess we'll go over there and we'll cut out that B pillar and just see where we're at with it and probably call it a video. But we'll go over there, get that cut out, see what we're dealing with. Might be a little more than we wanted to get into, but if we got to get into it, we'll get into it. Oh, that's not the kind of get into you want to get into? Okay. Better not get into it. Alright, we got all the A, B's, C's, and D's, except for this B cut out of here. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to cut along here, cut up here, see if we can get this out. I don't know how that inner piece is going to go where the striker and stuff mounts to, but we'll see. Alright, this ain't working. I need the real one! Holy. Holy. Got it. Ow, stop. Come back! Baby, come back. I need your striker. Baby, come back. That reminds me, I didn't get the striker to the other side. Dang it! It's rusty! Never would have guessed. Okay. I ain't too bad. I just gotta knock this piece off. This stuff down here. I gotta be real gentle behind this quarter panel because, you know, we're saving it. Get this piece off, clean this up, get this off this face, and then get that attached, and then I'm gonna fix this area right here. Get that all fixed up, and then I might try to fix this small portion of this quarter panel, but we'll see how I feel. All right, well, that's where we're at. We got that piece welded up, and we got the, I guess, window framing, back glass framing. I don't even know what to call it. It's not a drip rail. We got that fixed up. So this is all looking good. That's looking way better than it was, I promise you that. Still gotta address this, and then we got that over there. But that's where we're at. Hopefully we'll get the quarter panel and the roof skin sometime this week, and we can really make some good progress on this car. But it's getting late. I gotta get this video edited and stuff. I got some other things I gotta do. So there we go. That's where we're at on Scrappy. It's still rusted.